What is popping? Your boy's here, rajurrealdeepkool, and we're going to talk about my pedals today. Y'all know I talk about my studio a lot and stuff like that and holler at your boy. But now we're going to talk about my guitar pedals. So I like to thank you guys. I like to thank the Heavenly for the opportunity to be able to see you guys. Man, it's a struggle hearing different news every day. If you check out my Facebook page, you see I'm just blasting Facebook right now. So you can check out my Facebook page, RocDaHollowman. Check out my Facebook page. That dude right there is talking a lot of stuff, man. I gotta get a frame for this, by the way. One day. I'll put something up there. Make it look decent. Anyway, this guy's talking a whole bunch of stuff. And, yeah. You know, it's kind of frustrating to know what you know. It's like, I see why people put their head in the sand sometimes. Because they don't want to know what's really going on. They just wait for something to happen. And when it happens, it happens. That's not a good look. But it is what it is. All right? Drink plenty of water. Please drink plenty of water. All right. So let's get right to it. Today is Sunday. The days have been going by. I don't know what day is what nowadays because it's just crazy. Things are all over the place. I'm trying to tell you, I don't know what's what half the time now. I really don't. So, but today is Sunday. It feels like a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday because I work every day of the freaking week, right? Especially during this situation. I've been going in and working while like thousands of people have been out of work at my job. It seems like thousands. And like only like 5 of us did one time. Then it went down to 4 of us was there one time. It was like crazy. So we hung in there. We ain't go nowhere. We hung in there. We thank the heaven we stayed safe and stayed healthy. And we was able to bring our department through the whole thing. Now Scepter's going full throttle tomorrow morning. Holla at your boy. All right, let's get down and look at these pedals. Now, you'll see I have sneaks on. I usually don't have sneaks on in my house. Nowhere in the world. You come in my studio, my place, you're not going to see sneaks. But I need these sneaks to press the pedals because my socks won't be able to do it. So I got to do it. But what I did was, of course, I sprayed my floor with lots of Lysol and so on and so forth. So I'm back here stepping. But when I'm done here, I'll still come back here and spray and whatever. So right here I have a whole bunch of pedals. So let me introduce you to my pedals for people who like pedals. And that song you just heard is a song I just made up not too long ago. I'm not sure it's going to be on the CD or not. Hold on, let me turn off this incidental stuff I don't need on. That'll work too. But my electric bill is probably going to be crazy again this month. As much as I'm back here in the studio. So, let's start. Here we have the Strymon Mobius pedal right here. And that pedal is what we call a modulation pedal. There's a whole bunch of modulations. This is going to be a long video because I'm going to try to take you through a majority of what these things do. Next, we have the Decay Prometheus Dlx. That's a resonance filter pedal that does all kinds of resonances. Wow, 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 wow. All kinds of craziness like that. That's what that one does. This is a t.c.electronics looper pedal. And this pedal allows me to do loops. I can play something and then I can just, play over top of it. And I can continue to layer over top of it. Then I go to loop 2, and I can play something totally different. So I have like a verse and a change. Or I go to loop 2 and add more stuff. So there's the Ditto 4 t.c.electronics. Over here in the corner is called the Moogle Radar. And this is what they call an impulse pedal, which means it can emulate different amplifiers. So if you don't have an amplifier, or you can use this like to plug your guitar in if you're just chilling somewhere, you want to hear yourself play, but you got to have an electrical adapter. Just plug this in, plug your guitar in, plug your headphones in. Has a headphone jack on it, 1/8 inch, and you can hear yourself play as long as you need a power supply. So that's the Moogle Radar pedal, which is an impulse pedal that emulates different guitar cabinets and all that stuff. Got an EQ on it, all that good stuff. Now we have the Strymon Volante. This is the newest one that I know of that I bought, and that is a delay pedal, and it's called a magnetic delay pedal. So back in the day, a delay pedal is just something that go wah 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 dap 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 dap. But this delay is what they call, it's like a machine tape delay. Back in the day they didn't have just electronics like this, so they had these reels that went around and they created a delay and they recorded over top of each other, and they created the delay. We don't really make those anymore. There's a couple companies that make them. They make them well. Strymon jumped in with the Volante, And you'll hear me play with it. You'll hear like slow down and wah, 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 wah. It does crazy stuff. Next is the Deity pedal. That's a reverb modulation pedal. Does a lot of crazy things. The Matthew Effects Astronomer is basically a reverb pedal that has a little bit of shimmer on it that can give you a little bit of shimmery shine on your reverb. Next we have the Wampler Pantheon Overdrive. I'm still trying to learn how to work it because I didn't want a fuzz pedal like a pedal. I didn't want a pedal to give me a little bit of overdrive so I can sound like Carlos Santana. Next is MAK Crazy Sound Technology Choco Slayer. Another crazy sounding pedal, and we're going to play with that one too. Over here is the Wagner Harlow pedal, which is basically a boost pedal. It also has compression in it also. It's called Bloom with the compression. But you can turn it up, give yourself a little bit more oomph. When you want a little bit more oomph to stand up over a solo, you don't want to have to turn your guitar up, your amp up. Just have that already programmed, pop it on, and you'll get your oomph you need. It can be clean oomph, it can be compressed oomph. It's going to be oomph. And it's made with a Rupert Neve transformer in it too. That's why I bought it. It has Rupert Neve on there. I like Rupert Neve stuff when I can afford it. The Harlow by Wagner. Over here we have another pedal called the Knockout. And that pedal is like a frequency regulating pedal. And what it does is, you can, like, if you're familiar with guitars, like a Les Paul sounds like a Les Paul. It's real thick sounding and you solo on it, you can chord on it. But then you have Stratocaster type guitars. So let's say for instance you had a PRS or something like that, or a Les Paul guitar. Well, you can use this Knockout, mess around with the filters to make it sound like a Stratocaster guitar. Without having to worry about trying to do it with your guitar, your knobs, or whatever, you can like mess around with the Knockout pedal, and you can have your Telecaster or your thick sounding guitars, your Les Pauls, or whatever, even your jazz boxes. You play around with it, almost have it sound like a Stratocaster. Crazy. Night Wine is a reverb and a tremolo pedal and a phase pedal all in one. Real crazy pedal. We'll listen to that one as well. Then we have the Darks. Oh, by the way, the Night Wine. The Night Wire is made by Earthquake Devices, and the Knockout pedal is made by Electro Harmonix. The Dark Star is made by Old Blood Noise Endeavors. And this thing is a crazy pedal. You can have your guitar sounding like a synthesizer and whatever. So I'm going to have to reach down there and tap some of these because my foot can't reach it. And you can have it sound all kinds of crazy. So these are pedals. I had like a lot of pedals. I went to this pedal collecting thing, and I finally got the ones I really liked, and I sold the rest. And this is my pedal board. This is what I use all the time. And back there we have our power pedal power. That's made by Voodoo Labs. And that powers all the pedals here, except for the Strymons. The Strymons is not enough power in the pedal power to power the Strymons, so those are basically plugged right into a power strip that I have underneath. Along with a couple others, I plug them right into the power strip to make sure they get the power they need. Some need 18 volts, some need 12 volt, some can go in between. I ain't messing around and messing up my pedals, so these pedals are very expensive, the Strymons, of course. So I just plug them right into a power adapter, a power strip, and they go right to power joint. All right, so let's get started. Let's play around, all right? Today I'm going to be using this guitar, which is my Strat Killer. This is what we call the G&L S500. Now, this is the Tribute Series. This is not the Made in USA. This is the Made in Indonesian, but it's still hot. I think it's better than Strats that I heard. And it don't cost Stratocaster money. But everybody know all Strats don't sound awesome. It's like buying a car. People buy Mercedes-Benzes because they just want to have one. And they buy the lower line Mercedes-Benz. They won't buy the high line because they can't afford it. So they buy the low line. But it still does the same thing. Pretty much. Well, same thing with some guitars. This is not Stratocaster, even though it's kind of modeled after Stratocaster. And the guy who developed this guitar came from Fender before he decided to like go on about his way and start his own company. So he wanted to make a Strat Killer, and that's what he did with this. This is smoke a Stratocaster all day long because it has more options. We have toggle switches here. We still got the regular 3-5 position switching, but these right here, you got these do different than what a Strat does. You got bass and treble, and you got volume for all the pickups. All right. And the fragrance I'm wearing today is by the young lady. I admit I'm not in the fragrance game no more like I used to be, but I still have my fragrances. This is called Me Too. And this is a very beautiful fragrance. Man, how did I forget her name? It's been a while because I haven't been doing fragrances in a while, so I forgot her name. But she's from England or Germany. And this smells good. If you want a nice rose fragrance, young ladies and gentlemen, both of you can wear it. Ladies and gentlemen can wear this rose fragrance. It is something special. So holler at your boy. Let me spray this on the bed of my pillow at night and make me go to sleep. This is about $165. You can get it from Crystal Fragrances. And call her up. And she'll make sure she have it for you. Tell her Raj sent you. Where Raj been? Raj been doing studio stuff. That's what I've been doing. Holla at your boy, all right? Then go ahead and put that up there and let's get started. Let's play some pedals. All right? All righty. Now we're not going to play to any particular music. We're just going to play around with the pedals. See what they do. Change them up. Change them around. You know, bada bing, bada boom, all right? Let me go over here to my mixer and get us ready. Now I'm not going to turn up. I'm not going to put reverb on the mixer or anything because we got reverb pedals down here, so there's no need in doing reverb. So it's just a regular sound. Oh, I forgot all about the wah pedal. This is a wah pedal and a volume pedal. So say for instance, I'm chilling. I don't want the sound to go out of my amp. I gotta step away and go to the bathroom at the show. I just pull that up. Can't hear nothing. Put it down. Now you can hear. So it's a volume pedal, but it's also a wah-wah pedal. So it does both. You can have a volume pedal, or you can have a wah-wah pedal with that. And you can adjust the level of the wah-wah. So the wah-wah is kind of low. I can put it about right there. I put it around 9 o'clock just to get the same level. So there's that pedal right there. The and that pedal was made by Morley. It's called the Mini. It's a mini wah. I didn't want a big one anyway. This was perfect because I was gonna put it on a pedal board, but I used it separately. And yeah, it's called the Morley Mini Wah. Okay, so let's go to the Strymon. And like it's really too much. This pedal costs around $400, and so it does a lot of stuff. And it's too much to go through in a sense. Sometimes you got to program these to have them set the way you want. So you have 2 presets, and you have different types of things you want to happen. So you got a chorus, flanger, rotary, vibra, phaser, filter, formant. That means it sounds like a voice. We got vintage tremolo, pattern tremolo, auto swell, destroyer, and quadratube. I really like the auto swell. We're going to go down on that because I like how it just brings it up. It's really cool. So let's see if we can find a. Now you probably can't hear it swelling, so let me see if I can turn down and see if you hear it now. See, it's not swelling because I don't know what I'm doing. Let me try the depth. So you really can't hear it not swelling, but it's swelling very lightly. Oh, let's try to speed, see if that's going to do something. I don't know, I don't use this pedal that much. That don't sound like an auto swell, that sounds like something else. Alright, this is a tremolo type thing. If you want to go slower and faster, you can use the knob up there. You can tap it with your foot. How fast you want it to go. So if you're doing a song, and the song is like in that cadence, doom tap, you can like have it set up so you know you'll pop it on when you're ready. So it'll be on time. Or you can have it go faster. Just tap it fast, and it'll go faster. And then back to real slow, real slow. So that's the tremolo. Let's see another one I probably want to hear. Let's see what the formant sounds like. Formant. So it kind of sounds like, you know, you can hear it. It sounds like a, not like a voice, but it's kind of like a voice. All right, next we're gonna go to, you probably able to do this with your feet, but it's kind of hard. Here's a chorus. I'm out of tune a little bit, so let's tune me up. Make sure I'm not sounding stupid. Okay, there we go. And you have two presses, so you can do A, you can do a 1 and A, and then you go to B, and you got another thing going on. And like I said, if you're at a gig and you already know what you're gonna play, you can go down here and set up what you want to do. So you put in edit mode. You can set up to how you want it to work. That slow down. And you just play around with it till you get it how you like it, and then you pull down on it and it'll save it. So you're going to save, just press down on the big knob, hold it, says save, press it again, saving, and there's there. Now I kind of moved to something else when I did that with my foot, my bad. There you go. Let's see if there's another interesting one here. Let's try this filter one. Check that out. So it's kind of similar to this pedal right here, the Prometheus. Let's see, we play around with some of them. So you play around with some of the perimeters. And that's how you make it pop. Which is weird. Okay, so that's the Strymon Mobius stuff you can do with that pedal. Now we back to regular. Next is the Prometheus. This bad boy is crazy. He had other functions too, but it's too close to the pedal board. I can't use the other function. But it's a cool piece. It's a real nice piece. And yeah, it's nice. So let's hear what that sounds like. It's weird. So you can hear wah 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 wah, and you can pick the frequency that you want to do that with. Crazy, crazy. High frequency. But the thing about that, I keep it in the middle, but you gotta pick what you try to mess around with. Right? So the first one is not much going on with that. Not much going on with that one. But then we start going to the blue. It almost sounds like a wah-wah. Then you go over here and pick the mode. So that way you don't have to have a wah-wah pedal. But if you change another mode, we'll shake. And I had this young boy, well-known young boy bass player, play this through this in Guitar Center. He loved it. Now you got some other controls up here: warp, frequency, depth, and resonance. That you can change it up too. So you can definitely make it do different things. Wrong button. And there you go. You're setting up different things for it to do. Another crazy. So it's a really cool but a really crazy pedal. And like I said, a lot of these pedals, you got to sit down with them and set them up the way you want to set them and then leave them alone. You know what I mean? And that's it for that pedal, the Prometheus Dlx by Decay. A filter pedal. This right here is my loop pedal. And again, I can't get to the first loop, so it's kind of jacked up. I'll try to see if I can get over here to the second loop. It'll stop when I'm done. Now I can erase that. So I'm not going to use my second loop to do something real quick. Are y'all ready? And then I just loop some round. Stop, it'll stop at the end. And it stops. Now another thing you can do with this, like I said, you can play two parts. You have the decay here, that means it'll last forever, it will never fade out. And then you have tape stop. So if I was to press that, and hit tape stop, and I press the effect button, it'll do like a tape stop type thing. So start again. Kind of cool, right? So we call it tape stop, and you hit it to start it back up again. So they hit stop and it stops. So it's a cool pedal to have. I had one time I had a 1 looper, then a 2 looper, but this right here is a 4 looper, which means it only do 2 loops, but you got the decay, which makes it last long, and you also have the effect, so that make it a 4. And then you can store your loop so you can have it all the time. All kinds of stuff. A lot of things you can do with that pedal. That's that pedal. I got something making noises over here in the studio. I don't know what that is. Alright, that was weird. Alright, anyway, now, next we'll go up here to the Strymon, and this is the tape piece I was telling y'all about, which is really cool. Now you see we got a little hum when I cut that on, so sometimes the cables get a little crazy because there's a whole bunch of cables running on there. Check this out. Check that out. You check the echo level. They got reverb built in. How many repeats you want. So if you want to repeat forever, it'll repeat forever. It's still going. But see how it's getting dimmer and dimmer as it go along? Playing. That's crazy. And that's that. So not only can you have it do the different how long you want the repeats, the level of the echoes, you got a reverb in here too. So you set all these different buttons. It's like how many delay how many delay situations you're setting up. So all those are pressed in. That yellow one means it'll be bypassed. And then it stops, just like that. It's pretty cool. And you can hit the button in the middle, which is a favorite. So if you want to save it, to go back to it anytime you want, you hit the favorite button. And even if you change up, it'll remember what you did, and it'll go right back to your favorite. So, next is the Deity. This bad boy is crazy and strange. I don't know how to tell you about it. It's crazy and strange. And that's why I got it, because it's weird and strange. That is wild. And as you mess around with it, like at the top, it has 3 switches, a top, middle, and a bottom switch. So the top switch does one thing, which is just like a little reverb type thing. And then you go to the middle, you do something else, depending on how these knobs are turned. I'm gonna put all the knobs in the middle. So let's go back to the top switch, which I think is called something. I can't remember. Now go to the middle and see what that does. The middle switch. Crazy. Let's go to the bottom. So you're a little bit more longer, like a shimmer type thing going on right there. All right, one is like an octave or something like that. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, so you get like a deep thing going on right there. So you can hear the high part of this bad boy. But if I go to this one up here on the right hand side and turn that one all the way up, you get both, the high and the low. And then I think you can take all the guitar out and just have the effect. Let's see. I mean, it's just bananas right there. Take the bass out and just have the high end in there. And then you put it in the middle, you add your guitar in there a little bit more, and then you get the guitar and the effect with the blend knob. Beautiful sounding piece. That's probably the one I would use most. Take all the bass out and just have the guitar and the higher part. Let's loop that. See if I can loop with my big foot. And see if I had done that right, it would have been good to go. So I'm going to turn the guitar down so it's not so loud. So when I loop it, you can hear me play over top of it, the solo I want to do. So let's go. So I got that one in there. Now if I want to add something else, I hit this switch up here. I'm going to hit it with my hand. Now I can solo. if I want to add that part over top of this is a whole nother pedal here. I skipped those two and went to the MAK Crazy Sound Technology Chaco slot. This pedal is unbelievable. That's even crazier than a Deity. Now, I think this is the blend knob. I haven't used these in a while. That's why I decided to mess with those today and play around with y'all and let y'all see me mess with it. That's crazy, ain't it? Now this has 3 selections too. So that's the top selection. Here's the middle selection. So it's almost like the Deity a little bit, but it's not as strong unless I probably kind of move some knobs around. It'll probably be just as strong as the Deity. All right, and here's the bottom joint, which is the killer. So if I want to add like a bass part, I can turn this guitar into a bass. So let's say I want to add a bass line to what I just did, right? And that's why I bought that pedal. It's gonna stop. So if I want to add the bass line to that, that's why I got that pedal, because it does a really good bass emulation. That's why I bought it. And I'm playing my guitar. So let's go ahead on and do it. Here we go. See, I actually didn't do it. I played the loop. Now I'm gonna put the bass line in. Here we go. Now you got the bass line in there. So now I got another crazy pedal back here, and this is called, this pedal I use for, like, if I'm just doing, y'all hear that? That is crazy. You hear that? So it's almost like a synth pedal, and that's why I got this pedal. Cause I can do like lines over top. So let's add that in there. Here we go. So that's what that pedal does. It actually does more than that.
Check this out. This thing really gets nasty.
This is nasty. So it's something like a crazy behind effect pedal, probably used for a movie or something, you know what I mean? So let's go ahead on and start the loop. So those are how many pedals I've used so far. I've used three pedals so far, I think. Yeah, 3 pedals. Now here's the night wind. This is like a phaser and a tremolo pedal. So that's what that pedal does. Now you can mess around with it again. And I'll put all the knobs up top, and it has a couple switches for you to mess around with. So, what the top switch is a left and right switch, and the bottom switch has 3 settings. So, it's in the middle. Let's see what it does. So it's like a tremolo pedal in that mode. Let's put it in the middle mode. See what it does now. So it's more like the mid-range. And let's ouch. And let's go to the third. Let's see what that switch does. So it's kind of in the middle there, you get the high and the low. Now let's see what the top switch does when we go all the way to the left. Now faster. And it starts slowing down. Okay, so now let's go to the right with the top switch. So it's slower, so just speeds it up. And now let's go to the middle on the bottom. Let's see what that does. So it seems as though that picks the frequency that you're looking for. Probably low, mid, and high. That's crazy. So let me see if I can mix it in. So what you do is you take the sound that you want, you set it up. Now, what you have to do in trying to like play all these pedals like I just did and loop them together, you kind of got to adjust the volume of what you're going to hear. It's like, say for instance, I was going to do like this show, not like a show, but I was going to go to the Mexican restaurant called Tamarindo's. And usually there's a guy who plays acoustic guitar, and he just walks around and plays the acoustic guitar while people eating. So I said, well, man, I got this pedal board thing. Let me go out here and practice, and I'll just be out on the patio, and I'll just play a whole bunch of sounds and patterns with this while people eating. But it never came through because I got nervous. I ain't gonna lie, I got nervous, man. But you got to do it on the fly. So you got to look at each pedal and say, okay, I got this pedal set up. I'm not going to change them. I'm going to be happy with the way they are because I know what each one is going to do when I do a composition. You still have to adjust your guitar level because you don't want something to be too loud when you don't want it to be loud. So you got to figure, okay, I want the chords to be loud. So I had a guitar up to a certain level of loud because I know after I'm done with all that, I want to play over top of it a melody, right? And so let's go with the so we're gonna add that in with the Mobius, but we're gonna turn it down a little bit. Cause we want just to sit in the back. Alright, here we go. Alright, so now I say, okay, I'm not quite ready to play a melody yet. So I might want to go back here and play with the knockout pedal. And again, this is a filter pedal. It's like a low, mid, and high pedal that you can adjust your guitar to sound like the kind of guitar you want to sound like. Now this guitar really don't need that spank because it kind of already has that spank, but here's the difference. Here's a natural spank. And here's the knockout spank. And you can adjust the knob. Like I said, one is a low, one is a mid, and one's a high. So if I want to take the highs out of that spank, I'll dial it back a little bit. So as you can see, I dropped out some of the speaky spank in that bad boy. This is dry. Now I turned the middle knob all the way to the left. Now I'm going to turn all the way to the right. So the perfect harmony for that, for me, is all of them straight up and down. So that's what that one does. This one in the middle sometimes hum, so. And this is the reverb pedal called the astronomer. The good thing about this pedal is you can set up two different reverbs on one pedal. Okay? And you can hear the reverb on the pedal. Now, I think that one is the top one, so see if I fiddle around with the top one a little bit. How long that lasts? turn the spank off because this was the natural sound. Now, if I wanted to go to the other reverb, I hit the switch, and now I'm at no reverb. So I can set up 2 different reverbs with this unit. Like I said, I get a little hum out of it for some reason. Because these cables are crazy. So now we're going to add a little different reverb on the bottom one. Just a little, we can put a little bit. Nothing too heavy. Just a little bit. Now I'm going to go to the top reverb. So I can pick the reverbs that I want in one unit, which is really, really cool. Now you hear, I don't hear the hum now, but when I go to the other reverb, that's when I'm getting a little bit of hum, so I'm not sure. Alright, last but not least is the Pantheon, which is the overdrive pedal. So if you want that little now see, I usually use that with the Harlow, so I'm getting ready to go hot. This Harlow is hard to push down. And I use it with the Harlow. So that's what I use that for. So let's hit the loop and we're going to jam it out. So that's me jamming that. Now, if I want to put a little reverb on it, say for instance I'm doing a song, I'm not using the looper, I'm just doing a reverb. I just hit that reverb. And now I'll put in a little delay. Turn all that off. You know what I'm saying? And I can turn off the booster. And then we just back down. That's crazy. So that's the Volante. And last but not least is the crazy pedal. And this pedal is called the Moogle Radar. And you can pick different amplifiers. Oh, where's that? I think there's something wrong with that switch. Yeah, we ain't trying to blow up my speakers messing with that. But there's probably a loose connection there, but you can like pick different amps and stuff like that, and that bad boy and do the thing. So that's it, man. I'm out. I'm done. I'm tired. I want to go in here and watch this video now to see how it turned out. And I hope you guys are chilling and willing I got some OT tomorrow, so heaven willing, I'll be going in for some OT. And that is my pedals. Holla at your boy. I lied, y'all. Later, maybe I'll be back in the studio later on and make some tracks or mix down some tracks with my new software. All right, talk to y'all later. 100.